Hello all, Fable here. Short video earlier. My nephew's surprise 30th birthday, a hit. He was completely surprised, completely blown away. And it was nice time. I'm tired. I don't even have my watch on anymore. It's after midnight. But that's yawning. But came home to my dog got past the barrier to downstairs. My sister's dog chewed up the bottom of a box. And peed and pooped in my living room. She was contained to the living room, and my dog wasn't supposed to be able to get downstairs, but she did. And what are you going to do? I took the dogs for a walk, and my daughter and her boyfriend cleaned up the mess. Not sure it was all my daughter's dog. Excuse me. So, but here I am. Tomorrow, I have to scan my documents, stop by my job, scan the documents to the new place. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. They just want proof of employment. And then I sold two of my Thomas Kincaid prints. They're not like original paintings or anything. They're prints. Still in the seal. Oh, so sorry I'm yawning. It is late. At least I have an excuse now. And I'm getting a lot of messages from men on Facebook dating and POF. And I don't know. I don't get it. The one guy, he was like, no cell phone, wanted to talk on his landline. I don't know. I blocked him. I just couldn't answer him anymore. Sorry, I'm yawning, so I'm... Oh, goodness gracious. But I don't know. Do I have this in me, the energy in me to do this dating thing? I don't know if it's because I'm moving, I'm packing boxes, I have so much in my head going on that I have to get done. My landlord wants everything done by next weekend. Don't think that's happening. So he can deal with that. My room, like I said, is a disaster. I have some boxes in here. I have clothes that I have to decide, yes. Am I keeping? No, I'm not. It's kind of mentally as well as, emotionally overwhelming. And I'm just looking at two tops that I have hanging on my doorknob that I figured if they're there, I'll bring them to my sister. For my niece, because I think my niece would wear them. Tag's still on them, sadly. They were clearance, so I got them. And And going back to earlier subject, I have a problem with tops because of the girls being so big. So it's annoying because a lot of times I have to get a 2X because I don't like my clothes like so tight on me. 2X, and then it's baggy in my stomach. And partly because, my boobs push it out because they're, and I'm having lately, I was very much loved Victoria's Secret's bras. But lately, I don't know. Like, I bought a new bra and I'm just not thrilled with it. I feel like all of a sudden they don't fit right. And, oh, so sorry. I don't know if it is my weight is shifted or a little extra weight or what. I just don't know. And I will tell you this, I just had a salad at my sister's. I did have the grilled chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A before we went, and a Diet Coke as a late lunch. And I wasn't hungry. I wasn't, so I just did the salad. So I did have a small piece of cake. You have to. It's bad luck if you don't have the, birthday person's birthday cake, right? Tomorrow I'm going to have a busy day, and I have a concert again tomorrow night. It's supposed to rain. I'm hoping that it does not rain because excuse me. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I'm hoping it doesn't rain because we are sitting in the handicap section of the lawn seats because my friend had knee replacement surgery, so we're allowed to sit there. And it's Uncle Cracker, which one of the songs that he sings is Drift Away. And that was kind of like Frank and I's theme song. And it was actually my ringtone for Frank. And then from there, it's Led Zeppelin, I believe, something or other, and ZZ Top. I've seen ZZ Top before. They put on a great show. A little older, so don't move as much. But really, did they move much? It was kind of that, but put on a great show. So, I don't know. I'm just, like I said, overwhelmed. And then, I don't know what I have this week. Oh, my friend wants to walk, which I didn't walk last week or the week before because of selling stuff. So I definitely should meet her. Monday, I can't. I have a vet appointment at 5 o'clock for my dog. So that's, and I made it at a vet by where the first place is. Not that the second place is far from it. So I still might keep with that vet up there. I'm not sure. But again, I really, once I move in, the meal prep. Oh, and Pampered Chef came out with this thing with a cutting board where the cups attach, like on two parts, and you can cut and then just scrape them right into there, and it's for meal prep. And there's 5 cups with lids and the cutting board thing, so, and a tray thing to put them in the refrigerator. So I'm hoping you can get it 60% off if you host a party. I'm hosting a party for my son and his girlfriend because, like a housewarming thing. And they can pick items. I did it for my daughter and her boyfriend. And I tried to do it as a surprise. But then, towards the end of the party, I kind of told them about it. Listen, I did this. And so they picked a lot of items. like smaller items. They're, not big cookware or whatever. My son will probably do the same thing. There's a couple items on there that I want to get. So it's ending next Friday. So I am hoping, so far only one order. Not many people are ordering. So I kind of feel bad. But I think you can get that for 60% off, a host gift. Like you can get so many things. So I think I'm going to go for that and get that for 60% off with since I did host it. Unless there's something they want. But I forget how many you can get for 60% off. I really don't know. But back to, I just want to, I started to talk about this. The big boobs. To me, it wasn't so much an issue, except for like the last 10 years. As the older I get, the more I'm like, oh my God, just cut these damn things off. And my sisters, not so big at all. And my mom really didn't. My aunt, both grandmothers on both sides had kind of large boobs. Not as big as mine. So I'm just like, ugh. I'm over them. I know, and so many men are like, oh, I love a big boobs and ass. I'm a boobs and ass man. Well, you know what? I'll cut them off and give them to you because, hey, I really, mount them. You can play with them all you want. I know that sounds weird, but it really is. The older I get, and I don't know. I would love to be able to go around with no bra, but I can't because they're too big to do that. So I can't wait till I come home at night. My boss told me I should go and really go to a good place. And once I get settled, and I know I keep saying, once I get settled, I'm going to do this. Once I get settled, I'm going to do that. But I really do. I think if I get a couple of really good bras, Victoria's Secrets aren't cheap. I spend like $50 on each bra. So if I spend like $50, $60 on each bra, and just, get two, and then in a couple months, two more, figure it out from there. I don't know. I really think about it. I was talking to this one guy, and he was, God blessed him. So he loved his big penis, loved it. And I watched a special one time on that. And this one guy said, he wasn't very tall, so I was surprised. Like, they didn't show it, but he said, how much he measures. And he said he has a hard time because he, can't fully go in a woman. And he said it's really not a blessing. Like, he wishes he was average. But if he was average, he said, I probably wished I was bigger. So, I don't know. I read 5 inches is average. But I feel like 6 is average. I don't know. I met this one guy. I think I sent him one of my videos. He was very small, and I felt very bad because he was a really great guy. And I think it's different for a guy if he is smaller there, especially like this guy, extremely small, than it is for a woman to have small breasts. They're not essential. Some guys might like them and might be turned off by the fact that they're small, but if you have small breasts, okay, you can get by and you're still, but to have a small penis, that must really suck, really. And I know a guy, I met him and we went out a few times. He was a surgical nurse, and he said the most elective surgery, believe it or not, was not boob enhancement, breast enlargement. It was penis enlargement. Now, that's gotta hurt, I'm sure. But I wanted to say to this guy, he was conscious of it. He's like, oh, I'm conscious of the fact, thank God my son was blessed, he got the Italian genes. And I'm like, he was married twice. So I think because he was such a great guy, and his first wife was actually a little taller than him. They were high school sweethearts, and she probably didn't know any better, to be honest. She was pregnant. That's why they got married, and it didn't last. The second wife, she was very tiny. And she was younger than him. Not by a lot, but enough, like maybe 10 years. So, again, maybe she wasn't so experienced. I mean, I wasn't. If he was my first, I wouldn't have known any different. But I don't know. So I guess it is different for men. I compared it to men's testicles, but I don't know. What else do we have besides our boobs? They have their, they got it. And there is underwear out there, and I forget what it's called, but they have a place, a sling almost type thing built in the underwear to hold your balls. So what are they called? I can't think right now. I wish I could, but I can't. It's late, so I'm tired. But I know the one guy that was, God blessed him, this woman said, when she met him, she goes, oh, you have big feet, you have big hands, so you must have, be well endowed. And he's like, yeah, I am. And he was proud of it. And she's like, sorry, this isn't going to work. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, no, I like an average to a small one. I don't like a large one. No, not into it. I don't know if it's because I'm a bigger woman, but him and I never did anything, but I was with a guy that was 7.5, I guess. And he was my first after the ex. And it was by my therapist that said, just ripped off the Band-Aid. And he just didn't know how to use it. I mean, it was nice because he must have took a pill or something. And then, but it was better than with the ex. But then once I was with Frank, and Frank was average, 6 inches. Not thick, but to me, thicker. I would say if a guy was 5 inches and thicker, that's better than a guy that's maybe 7 inches and pencil thin. Just me. I mean, I don't know. I was with a guy that was good 7 inches and thick. And the sex was amazing. Amazing. But, and we got along great. We had a great time together. And then I discovered a whole woman's wardrobe in his closet. So, that really sunk. And I don't know, I guess it's all, I did have a great experience with Frank. Had a great experience with another guy. But I don't know. I'm 57, and I don't know if it's because I'm not physically like where I want to be. I'm starting to feel my clothes are looser, and I think, you know, once I get into a regular routine, move into my place, that the gym is right across the parking lot. I shouldn't say no excuse. Still excuse. I did go online and check it out. They have like a video tour, and there is a treadmill. So excited. Several treadmills. There's elliptical. I like elliptical too. There's weights and things, but I have them at home. And one thing that I know someone told me is every commercial take like 1 pound dumbbells at first and just curl both arms. And then, you know, once, you know, the 1 pound feels light, go to the 2 pounds. And what I do is, this sounds weird, but I curl up like this. But then I go up. You see those arms, flabby. That I walk on by my niece's wedding. So I go up and I go out, down. And I even go like out. And there is, I think, at the gym I used to do something like backwards like that. So I'm going to try that. Do the gym, the treadmill, the elliptical. I like the elliptical because your arms move too, so kind of get your cardio going. My dog is looking at me like, hey lady, like, can you turn the light off? She's sitting in the hallway where it's dark. So I guess I should end this. But if anybody wants to talk about I'll talk about anything. I'm very open. I had a blog at one point, and I actually was interviewed, and part of this guy's interview, I was in it, and it was on the front page of Asbury Park Press. And I talk about anything and everything. Going through my divorce, my kids, my daughter going away to college, money, budgets, and just dating and online idiots and family that didn't support me at one point. I shouldn't say didn't support me. They didn't agree with the way I was handling my children and what I was doing and how I was doing it. And my brother's like, oh, when I was getting divorced, my therapist said, don't tell the kids, discuss money with the kids. And I'm like, your kids were much younger. My daughter was in middle school. My son was a freshman in high school. And I didn't say, hey, this is how much your father gives me. This is how much, I did say, this is how much you get in child support, because it was given to them, put in their bank account. And, don't ask me for money for the movies, friends, whatever. It helped them to budget their money. And then I did say to them, look, this is how much comes in every month. This is how much is going out. I'm negative $900. So I have to make cuts. So like dance was stopped. Dance competition, she did join a theater group then, which was, I think it was like $45 a month or something cheap, where I was paying like $300 and something for dance. And she was fine with it. She tried basketball, and she did cross country, and this, like I said, this dance performing arts group thing. So it was dancing, and it was, like doing plays like Nutcracker and, God, I can't think of the other. Nutcracker sticks in my head. And I just said to my kids, that, like I said, this is how much money's coming in. This is all the bills that I have to pay. My car insurance, cell phone bills, anything. And at one point, I did away with the internet because it was just outrageous. We had no cable. Their father was paying for DirecTV, so I was like, there's no reason for cable when we don't have internet. Guess what? They didn't need the internet as much as kids do today, but we went to Dunkin' Donuts. They had free Wi-Fi, so the three of us went there, and two to three nights a week to do things and get things done. Or they went to friends and connected to their Wi-Fi. And we did that for about 6 months because it was like $100 and something. And I was like, I don't have that kind of money. That's a big chunk. We sat down and made a menu. And we, what can we make with chicken? Well, let's do a pasta with garlic bread. I'll make the garlic bread. We'll get Italian bread. So very budgeted. And I just bought what we needed. That was it. And school lunches, they got money. I put money in there. I figured out the average lunch each day, times it by 5. No, I shouldn't say that. Times it by 20. Because I figured 4, 5 days, weeks, you go to school 5 days. So 20. And I put that amount in their monthly food account. And my son's like, I ran out of money. You got a job, sorry. Just because you're eating like 3 times. And he learned to bring some things from home and wait until he got home, have a meal. He was eating a meal, but he was used to eating like 3 meals at school, and I just couldn't afford it. So, and on a Sunday, I'd make a bunch of food, and so it was very budget conscious. So I learned through that, and I think I said this before, not to judge people, and I apologize to some people because I did judge some people, and I've learned, and it was an experience for all of it. My kids learned how to budget money. My daughter actually, I think I've said this before, wrote her essay on, how this negative became a positive. So I don't know what time it is now, but I see I've been on here way too long. So anybody wants to talk about anything, you want to ask me anything, I will answer it. That's just who I am. So I'm not going to get up super early tomorrow, although I'll probably wake up early. But I will then go to my job, scan the things I have to, get them over to the people, and then from there, I will go deliver the Thomas Kincaid thing, like $35 for 2 prints. And then from there, I'll be picking up my friend for the concert. So I want to get there early for Uncle Cracker, because that was I loved, like I said, Frank and I's song was his ringtone. It was Drift Away. So I really want to see them. The next band is Up One Thing. It's all right if I hear it, but ZZ Top, I really want to. And I'll probably end up eating something there. They do have chicken strips, which aren't the best, but what are you gonna do? I'll try to eat before I go, but we'll see. You can actually bring sandwiches in, and my friend said he was going to get sandwiches. So I'm like, get me turkey. So, but he likes to get this really thick bread that I really, really don't like. So last time I ended up pulling most of the meat off and not really eating the bread. And I just said, oh, I'm so full. Just didn't want to eat it. It's like really thick, good Italian bread, but it's also hard. So it's like, my mouth, I have a big mouth, but not that big. So, all right, everybody. I hope your Saturday was good. If you had to work, sorry. But again, continue these discussions and cross your fingers, say a little prayer that I get an answer sooner than later for this place. And then I get the 2-bedroom. It's looking really good. So, hopefully. All right. Good night. All.